So I would have never expected that this week would end with $75,000 in gold virtually falling in my lap. I don't know if you can see behind me there, but these are the Superstition Mountains behind this irrigation sprinkler. And we just got back from a hike back in there. And normally I am a real estate treasure hunter. I've got my Indiana Jones hat on today. He's my favorite treasure hunter. But I usually search for real estate treasure in the way of finding deals. And it feels like a treasure hunt because I'm sifting through a bunch of stuff. And finally I find that nugget that just works. This week I've got the gold bug, and from Forrest Fenn's treasure, if you've heard about that, if not, go look it up. It's a very interesting real life treasure tale, to the Lost Dutchman Gold Mine, which is up there in the Superstitions, like I just pointed to. And this hike that we went on, it was to Weaver's Needle, where purportedly the Lost Dutchman Gold Mine lies somewhere in the shadow of Weaver's Needle. So we went up there thinking, hey, we'll have a little bit of fun. If we stumble across some treasure, that would be awesome too. And that's how it started. And for some reason, I get way more excited about finding a little nugget of gold that may be worth a couple $1,000s over a real estate deal that could make me hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I don't know why. I mean, obviously I would take the real estate deal if I had to choose, but the excitement and the adrenaline is there with the gold. It's just, you're finding something that everyone searches after, and it's just a fun feeling. And even though I'm not really a proponent of gold as a hedge against inflation or as a great investment, it's still something about it just captivates me. This video is about real estate, but it's also about gold. When I'm hunting for real estate treasures, I know which rocks to turn over, and I know what a hidden nugget in real estate looks like, and I know what to do with that nugget once I find it. But first I got to tell you the story about the Lost Dutchman, to give you some background. The Peralta family back in the 1800s, they lived in Mexico, and they would come up to the Superstitions and they would mine this gold and they would ship it back to Mexico. And one of the times, and I think it was in the 1840s, they were ambushed by Apache Indians. And apparently they were all killed, but 2 of them escaped and were able to, live on their lives. And a guy named Jacob Waltz actually talked to one of these family members that survived, and he basically got the location of the mine from them. And there was Jacob Waltz and Jacob Weiser, I believe is the names. And Jacob Waltz was from Germany, and hence the Dutchman, or the Lost Dutchman Mine. And him and his partner, Jacob and Jacob, both basically mined this mine for a while until Jacob Weiser was killed by Apaches, apparently. A lot of people think there were just too many Jacobs in this deal, and too many people that knew about where the gold mine was, and the one Jacob snuffed out the other Jacob. But that's all speculation. So anyway, the story goes that it's not actually the Lost Dutchman Gold Mine that is located in the Superstitions. It's just some stashes of gold that they stashed from the mines, and who knows where the mine is actually at. And Mr. Jacob, the Dutchman, in his failing health, he returned to Phoenix, and he apparently told his caregiver the location of the mine. And the caregiver went out and tried to find the mine and never did end up finding it. And of course, with any legend or story like this, it's bound to be added upon and embellished and whatever. But I was on the search and rescue for 3 years, and we would get calls in the middle of the night, be like, hey, we've got a lost hiker. And so we'd hop in our cars, drive up to Superstitions, and we'd be hiking around. We would hike up to the top of the mountain and place a repeater so our ham radios could work, so we could talk to each other, because there's no service up there. And we actually had, unfortunately, several people that were out looking for the Lost Dutchman Gold Mine over the years have perished, and due to dehydration or for just exposure to the elements, and unfortunately they passed. But nevertheless, the legend lives on. Quick trivia question before I get on to my story. If you know where the massacre took place, where the Peralta family was massacred by the Apache Indians, apparently, if you know that location, comment in the comments below, and I'll reveal the answer on the next video. Now, here's a little bit about my story and my experience this week. Hiker's log 317. We died today of frozen death in the snow, in the Superstitions. Everything's burnt around us. No vegetation to burn. so nice up here. But we've got to get out of here. We've got, it's already like 5 o'clock, and we've got like a 6-hour hike ahead of us. We gotta get down to this friggin' spire. When we returned from the hike, I had an offer sitting on my desk for a piece of land that I was selling. I didn't think a whole lot of it. It was an owner finance deal. They wanted to pay me half now and half in 6 months. And so I went ahead and accepted the offer. And then a couple days later, the seller's agent gave me a call and they said, you know what, I have a weird request. I'm like, oh boy, what's this gonna be? And he said, the seller wants to pay you the $75,000 down. He wants to pay that in gold. And my first reaction was, yeah, well, I'll take it. I'll take the gold. And I was like, wait, no, that's silly. I might as well just do it in dollars. And then I said, no, gold is rad. Let's say, I haven't done a deal where I've been paid in gold. I've actually been offered it before one time, but I haven't actually done a deal where I was paid in gold. So I went ahead and said, yeah, I think I want to do that. And then I got to thinking, how's that going to work with taxes and with title? And how am I going to verify that it's actually gold? Am I going to bite on it with my teeth? I'm really kind of out of my depth here. And so I'm reaching out to you guys to see what you think I should do with this. Should I accept the $75,000 in gold as a down payment? I mean, I'm going to need to get a safety deposit box because there's no way I'm keeping this in my house if I do end up going through this. And I haven't really thought through all the ramifications about this, tax ramifications and whatnot. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I accept this $75,000 in gold or should I have him convert it to cash? Basically, the offer is he will give me the spot price minus $25. So $75,000 in cash, $25 below spot. But let me know what your thoughts are, and hopefully this video was entertaining, and do let me know because I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with this gold situation.